Right, you see San Francisco there. We're also learning now that an enormous Whole Foods store, one of the flagships in downtown San Francisco, is not going to be opening today over concerns about worker safety. The company says it is shutting down this store just 1 year after it opened. A Whole Foods spokesperson told CNN, to ensure the safety of our team members, we have made the difficult decision to close the Trinity store for the time being. The San Francisco Board of Supervisors member Matt Dorsey responded, saying our neighborhood waited a long time for this supermarket, but we're also well aware of the problems that they've experienced with drug-related retail theft, adjacent drug markets, and the many safety issues related to them. Matt Dorsey joins us now, and he represents the district where that Whole Foods is located. And thank you so much for being here. You said you could tell this store was struggling. What did you see?
Well, I will say this. I just want to set the stage for, what this neighborhood is about. Market Street is the main thoroughfare of San Francisco. It goes from our iconic ferry building to the foot of Twin Peaks and the Castro district. So this is a place where there's a lot of activity. And the mid-market section of this, which is close to City Hall, has always been just about there. And in the last few years, we had some development coming, and this is what 21st century urbanism should be, is a great neighborhood that's up and coming, well served by transit and bike lanes, and then COVID came. And in San Francisco, it also happened to coincide with the arrival of fentanyl. Over the last 3 years here in San Francisco, we have seen a 12-fold increase in the amount of fentanyl that our local police officers are taking off of street-level drug dealers. And it's playing out in a level of addiction and bad behavior that's largely driven by a level of addiction that we have never seen here. That's why I made the decision to run for the Board of Supervisors. I have a journey in recovery from addiction myself, and I believe we can do better as a city, but I will tell you, the closure of Whole Foods after just a year of being open is a real gut punch for the neighborhood. And I wish I could say I was surprised, but I have seen a lot of the issues with people acting out and shoplifting. So fingers crossed, we can turn things around here, and I do have some optimism, but hopefully we can get this supermarket back open because the neighborhood waited a long time for it.
I think it's very brave of you to talk about your personal issues as well, so thank you for doing that, because it takes a stigma off. People know that there's a road to recovery and you can get better. You also represent the area where tech executive Bob Lee was stabbed to death last week. Despite that high-profile killing, San Francisco has far fewer homicides than other similarly sized cities. Do you think people have a misunderstanding of just about how dangerous San Francisco is, Matt?
Yeah, I do, and thanks for asking the question. As you may know, before I joined the Board of Supervisors, which is our local sort of city council, I served for 2 years as a civilian member of the command staff of the police department. And one of the things that I saw play out in terms of crime in a time of COVID was I think most major cities in the United States would trade their violent crime problem for our property crime problem and sort of public drug use problem in a heartbeat. That being said, we're a major city. We have violent crime, so I don't want to diminish anybody's sense of fear. I think what the perception is really is around the public drug use, the brazen drug dealing, the kind of acting out, retail theft, the kinds of things that are very unsettling to people and very visible. And for a city like San Francisco that relies so much on being a welcoming, iconic city that people want to commute to and visit from around the nation and around the world, this is something that really hurts our economy. And the store right behind me, the Whole Foods that's not going to be opening up, is Exhibit A of why we've got to turn this around.
Yeah. The question I think people have is, how do you turn it around? We were just talking to Katie Porter, who is obviously running to represent your state in the Senate. She's a congresswoman there now from Orange County. A congresswoman, she talked about more resources for housing, grants on how to be innovating on policing. What do you think the solution is?
So I think in San Francisco, the issue that we are facing, and it's not unique to San Francisco, but we have a real police understaffing crisis. This is a generational issue because there is a disproportionately large generational cohort of police officers hired during the Clinton administration. And right now, they're all reaching retirement age, and we're all going off a demographic cliff if we don't do more and better to make sure that we're hiring police officers. One of the things that has been frustrating to me is San Francisco is being outcompeted by local jurisdictions around Northern California. I think our recruiting bonus is about $5,000. Across the Bay in Alameda, they're paying $75,000.
Wow.
That's the difference between a down payment for a condo and a down payment for a car. And I think we've got to do better. We are the giant of Northern California. So I want to make sure that we're competing better. And I'm proposing a charter amendment along with my colleague, Supervisor Catherine Stefani, to get to a fully staffed police department within no less than 5 years. But I think we might even be able to do it sooner.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting
ambitious timeline.
Yeah, learned a lot. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt Dorsey.
Thank you. We'll be right back.